Hi guys, it's Sharon and today I'm taking you through a very affordable everyday makeup look. I do this when I want to go to school with makeup or even on my days off and I feel like wearing makeup. This is what I do. Most of my products are from the drugstore because again I'm a student and I don't believe that you have to have a really expensive makeup for your look to be good, so this is very affordable. As you saw, I started with the hydrating primer by e.l.f. and it also blurs the pores and it's my favorite one from e.l.f. I have tried another one that is a little bit too oily for my skin, but I've really enjoyed this one a lot. And then the first step for my makeup, I do my eyebrows and I do them a little bit weird. I do them a little unconventionally. I start with filling my whole brow with the ABH brow pomade. It's a classic and I got it for Christmas. Then I use the NYX brow glue where on the inside near my nose I push up and everything after that I sort of push to the outside. Then I use a spoolie to sort of flatten everything out. It kind of makes my eyebrows look a little bit gray, but it usually fades out and goes back to black after a little bit. It looks a little bit messy and I know that it happens every time, but then I clean it up with foundation. The foundation I'm using is one I've been trying for the first time and I'm really pleasantly surprised by it. I bought it at Shoppers. It's the Rimmel London Lasting Finish with 2% niacinamide, which is really important with these really harsh winters. I'm so glad I found my perfect shade, which can be sometimes hard at drugstores, especially for darker skinned people. But I'm glad I found my shade because this is really affordable and I'm really enjoying it. When I shape my eyebrows, I pay extra careful attention and I don't really have to because I have bangs, but I still do it. I don't trim my eyebrows regularly, even though I could, but I don't, and I find that I can still shape my eyebrows the way I want it even without my eyebrows being trimmed, just using foundation. And after I shape my eyebrows, that's when I go ahead and use foundation on my forehead, and I again don't have to because I wear bangs, but I still do it. I prefer to have a base of foundation on my face. I know that some people go straight to concealer and contour and use foundation on spaces they only need. I've tried that, but I found that it complicates things and I prefer to wear foundation all over my face and then build on top of it. And for what I'm doing for building on top of it, I'm putting concealer under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my mustache. As for contour, I put it from the bottom of my nose all the way to the outer corner of my eyebrow, and I contour my cheekbones as well. I also put contour on my jaw. I usually start with blending out my contour because then I can sharpen the line with my concealer. And I try to not do too much with contour because I don't want to reshape my nose. I don't find that necessary at all. It's more to highlight the nose that I already have because I like it very much. Thank you. And again, that's when I go and blend out the concealer that I have. I usually use two tools to blend out the concealer. First, I use a regular feathered brush to bring it to the extent and the places I want it to go. For under my eyes, I usually go from the inside of my eye to the outside of my face, and then under my nose, in the lip area like I mentioned, and on my forehead. Then I go ahead and use a beauty blender or the egg to buff out anything that's extra and remove any extra material so that it's a bit smoother and I feel like it gives a more blurring effect. By the way, all of the products I'm using is linked down below in my Benable, so it's easily reachable and accessible for you. So a little bit opposite of what I did for my nose. This time around I'm using the highlighter first and then I go ahead and blend out the contour because if there's anything that I did too much or extra, I can just sharpen my face using the contour. As for blush, I love the NYX Buttermilk blush. I love this shade. I love the way it looks on my skin. I put it over my cheekbones. Sometimes I smile to know where I put it on, and I kind of purposely put a little too much at first because then I use a brush that has absolutely no product just to blend it out and make it look more natural. And I also love putting blush on my nose. Even though it's winter, what are you gonna do? Are you going to arrest me? Are you gonna give me a ticket? If you know, you know. The most daunting part of doing my makeup is always curling my lashes. I don't know what the hell this tool is called, but it's always so scary to me. Even though I've never hurt myself and I kind of do it perfectly, it's just when it's around the eyes, I get a little nervous. As you saw, I use bronzer as eyeshadow. I have also regular eyeshadow, but I just love the color of that bronzer. It's again the NYX Buttermilk bronzer. I love it. Before I finish my eyes, I put in a little bit of setting powder just to lock everything in and make it a little bit more matte. I get the most compliments on my makeup when I use setting powder. I'm going to reveal a big secret, the secret to the perfect eyeliner. I use two different eyeliners. The first one that I use has a thicker end and I use it to draw over my eyelid, and then I go ahead and use a really thin eyeliner just so I can have a little bit more precision when I'm drawing the cat eye. Usually I also use a black pencil liner to draw under my eyes. I feel like it makes my eyes pop more, but I had an interview that morning and I was running out of time, so I just hurried up and finished my makeup so I didn't look unpresentable and like half finished job at the interview. I did get the job, by the way. Your girl's gonna be employed next year, so give me my congratulations in the comments. Everybody cheer, thank you. For mascara, I usually do one layer, let it dry, and then do another layer with another mascara, but again I was running out of time, so I just used one layer. And after I finish my eyes, that's when I usually take a thicker brush to brush out any extra powder under my eyes. As for setting spray, I use my trusted e.l.f. setting spray that I spray all over my face, maybe a little bit too much, but again it's drugstore and I just want to make sure that it lasts a long time. I usually use my e.l.f. lip oil, but I couldn't find it, so I just used a random lip gloss. And this is the final look. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah.